Hello, everybody. This is Card Guy Christos,
With Collectible Chris.
and we're here to talk to you.
We're going to discuss the NFL free agency. A lot of teams have moved a bunch of pieces around. Some teams have really um, moved a lot of stuff around, and the draft is really going to be interesting now, considering which teams have moved around, possible signings as well. And it's going to be freaky how some of these divisions are, and what a lot of people have noticed, a lot of people are staying within the division, and they're going to be facing their former teams. So this NFL season is going to be honestly, a lot of crazy. So to start us off with uh, what we already talked about last week, Tyrann Mathieu re-signed with the Saints, 2-year deal for $13 million. Quarterback Jalen Johnson signed with the Bears for 4 years for $76 million. The Patriots re-signed tight end Hunter Henry for with a 3-year deal. The Ravens came with terms with defensive tackle Justin Madubuike for 4 years for $98 million. Defensive end Brandon Graham agreed with the Eagles with a 1-year contract extension, and the Eagles have lost another heart and soul player of that team. Fletcher Cox announced his retirement. Cox, being a Mississippi boy, congratulations on a well endowed career. You were always fantastic on the field. 100% respect to you, man. Um, the Chiefs agree to a 5-year, $95 million contract with defensive tackle Chris Jones. Big help on that defense. Jared Judy, the Broncos traded to the Browns for 2024 fifth and sixth round picks. The Patriots let Mac Jones go to the Jaguars for a late round pick. Safety Kevin Byard
Mm-hmm.
uh, went to the Bears for a 2-year, $15 million deal. The Bucks finally worked out the contract with Baker Mayfield. Mayfield signed a 3-year deal worth $100 million with a $50 million guaranteed. Russell Wilson signed with the Steelers for a 1-year deal, and the Broncos will still be paying $38 million of his salary. Center Mitch Morse signed a 2-year deal, $10.5 million worth to the Jags. Great protection guy, really good player for the Bills. Um, so that'll be great for that protection for Trevor. Linebacker Zaire Franklin signed a 3-year deal with the Colts worth 131.26 million. No, not 130. Sorry, I messed up my dollar sign. 31.26 million. Sorry, I was supposed to say that's the highest paid linebacker. Um, Guard Landon Dickerson agreed to a 4-year contract extension with the Eagles. The Bucks have been keeping like a majority of their team. They came with terms with kicker Chase McLaughlin, which was a good deal. Michael Pittman's franchise tag has been confirmed with a 3-year deal, over $70 million, with $46 million guaranteed. Left tackle Dion Dawkins, his contract got extended with the Bills for 3 years, $60.5 million, which will make him the fourth highest paid tackle in the league. Really good coverage guy, so I agree with it. DeAndre Swift was signed by the Bears for 3 years for $24 million. Uh, Sad thing for Cowboy fans, Tony Pollard signed with the Titans.
Mm-hmm.
The Vikings signed edge rusher Jonathan Grenard, which was actually good. Bills keep on losing people. Gabe Davis signed a 3-year deal with the Jaguars, same division. Defensive tackle Christian Wilkins, as the Raiders signed
No, same conference, not same division.
uh, uh, yeah,
Jags are in the
South.
yeah.
My bad. Same conference. My bad. Defensive tackle Christian Wilkins signed with the Raiders for 4 years for 110 mil with 84.75 million guaranteed. Josh Jacobs led the Raiders to the Packers.
Mm-hmm.
guard Jonah Jackson signed with the Rams for a 3-year, $51 million contract with $34 million guaranteed. Darnell Savage signed a 3-year deal with the Jags. Kirk Cousins signed a 4-year deal with the Falcons. Honestly, the best quarterback since Matt Ryan led the Falcons. Saquon Barkley agreed to a contract with the Eagles. The Pats signed a former Commander running back Antonio Gibson. Linebacker Blake Kashwan signed a 3-year deal with the Vikings worth 3 years for $25.5 million.
No, when you take a break there,
Yeah,
we talk about some of those.
yeah. Like honestly, the most underrated one in my eyes is gonna be. It's really gonna be Davis. Is the most underrated one because Davis is a good wide. He was kind of overshadowed by Stephon for many years in Buffalo, and with Ridley now gone, I think Gabe will be the number one wide with Ingram being the second body, being the high level tight end that he was last year.
Yeah.
I think the most overrated move was Swift, in my opinion. I mean, Swift did well last year, but not to the extent to where he should be. So I think a 3-year deal was a little high. I would went more with a 2-year deal. Baker deserved the contract after his performance last year.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
And like Cousins to Atlanta, I think that was the best.
that was a good move. I think that gives at least the Falcons know what they're getting.
Oh yeah, an experienced quarterback that knows how to get to the playoffs.
No, so I mean, yeah, I think that'll be. I don't think there was anything too jarring there, really. You know.
Too outrageous.
No. All right, we can go to the next.
Next page. Offensive lineman Robert Hunt signed a contract with the Panthers for 5 years, worth $100 million. Linebacker Gus Edwards, a former Raven, signed with the Chargers. Former Texan running back Devin Singletary signs with the Giants. Safety Xavier McKinney has signed a 4-year deal with the Packers, worth $68 million. Former Ravens safety Geno Stone signed with the Bengals. That one, same division. Gardner Minshew signed a 2-year deal with the Raiders. Linebacker Darius Smith signed a 2-year deal with the Browns for $23.5 million. Former Panthers linebacker Frankie Oluvu signed a 3-year deal. Oh shoot, I forgot to write the team. Commanders.
Yep.
Signed a 3-year deal worth $36 million for the Commanders. AJ Epineza, defensive end, re-signed with the Bills with a 2-year deal. Former Saint Viking Marcus Davenport signed a 1-year deal with the Lions. Very underrated on that one. I'll say that right now. Defensive end Larry Floyd signed a 2-year deal worth $20 million with the 49ers. Biggest shocker in my opinion. Defensive end Brian Burns. Panthers trade to the Giants for a 2nd and 5th round picks, and Burns also signed 5 years up to $150 million. Austin Eckler signed a 2-year deal with the Commanders. Jacoby Brissett, after 7 years being away from the Patriots, signed a 1-year deal coming back home for $8 million. Defensive tackle Leonard Williams signed a 3-year deal with the Seahawks worth $21.5 million per year. Linebacker Jordan Hicks signed a 2-year deal worth $8 million with the Browns. Defensive tackle Javon Kinlaw signed a 1-year deal with the Jets. Former Niner, you did well. Congrats. Quarterback Tyrod Taylor agreed terms with the Jets, being the backup to Aaron Rodgers. As of right now, he's the starter. Sam Darnold signed a 1-year deal worth $10 million with the Vikings. Aaron Jones signed with the Vikings, being in the same division. Marcus Mariota signed a 1-year deal worth $6 million with the Commanders. Joe Mixon got traded from the Bengals to the Texans. wide receiver Darnell Mooney signed a 3-year deal worth $39 million with the Falcons, which gives Cousins actually a really good target other than Cordell Patterson and Kyle Pitts. Tight end Mike Gesicki signs a 1-year deal with the Bengals. Derrick Henry signed a 2-year deal with the Ravens, worth $16 million. It can be up to $20 million, with $9 million of it guaranteed. Former linebacker from the Ravens, Patrick Queen, signs a 3-year deal worth $41 million with the Steelers. Safety Jeremy Chin, former Panthers, signs a 1-year deal with the Commanders. Linebacker Levante David returns back home with the Bucs, signing a 1-year deal up to $10 million. Defensive end Daniel Hunter signed a 2-year deal worth $49 million with the Texans. And safety Jordan Poyer signed with the Dolphins. Former Bill Dare.
Yep. A lot of quarterbacks.
A lot of quarterbacks, but also a lot of moves by the Commanders.
Yes, I think the Commanders made a lot of good moves.
Oh yes, I mean they brought in experience, they brought in talent, they brought in defensive help.
Yep, I think them signing Mariota is just to be the backup to whoever they draft. That'll be like their teacher, be basically teacher apprentice teaching.
Yeah,
with Mariota.
And Mariota is also a very good quarterback coordinator, so he'll probably be on the headset, which I'm fine with. I'm a big, you know me, Dad. I'm a big guy on Mike Gesicki. I thought him going to New England was the worst move ever. So him going to Cincinnati, being the tight end that he is, he's a modern day Greg Olsen in my eyes. Like he has a bunch of talent to catch.
Yeah.
So him being in Cincy for Burrow, that's going to help.
Yeah, and plus you're getting a healthy Burrow coming back this year. So.
And I mean, Gesicki has never really been hurt.
Yeah.
So him actually.
I think it's a good move.
It's a great move. Underrated signing in my eyes. Gesicki is going to have the best year in his career, in my opinion. And we all know Henry was going to go to the Ravens. I agree with the contract, but Patrick Queen moving away from the Ravens. The Ravens are hurting in free agency right now. The Ravens, Bills, and Vikings have hurt the most.
Well, Dallas didn't sign anybody, and they let a lot of offensive linemen and offensive players go.
That's true too, and maybe they're going to focus on the draft. I mean, they can draft Jared Longhorn guy in the first round now. So
yeah, that's true. I mean, but never know. We'll see how that draft goes.
And luckily, the last page, and it's a short list this time. Linebacker Willie Gay has signed a 1-year deal worth $5 million with the Saints. Deontay Johnson, this surprised me. The Steelers traded Deontay Johnson to the Panthers for quarterback Dante Jackson.
Yeah, they're basically just trading off cap space.
Yeah. Defensive back Chauncey Gardner-Johnson signed a 3-year deal up to $33 million to the Eagles, which actually helps the Eagles defense. Former Raider tight end Austin Hooper signed a 1-year deal with the Patriots up to $4.25 million. Eric Kendricks, I'm actually happy about this one. Linebacker Eric Kendricks signs a 1-year deal with the 49ers. Bobby Wagner signs a 1-year deal.
Actually, that one might have got rescinded. He actually might have signed with the Cowboys.
Oh, is that Cowboys? Okay.
Okay, that one I think they'll have to. There's something up in the air with that one right now. So
okay, which we'll go back to it. Bobby Wagner signs a 1-year deal with the Commanders, strengthening that veteran apprenticeship with that monstrous defense now. Joe Flacco is no longer in Cleveland. Signs a 1-year deal with the Colts, so $8.7 million with $4.5 million of that guaranteed. Calvin Ridley signs a 4-year, $92 million contract with the Titans, as well as former quarterback of the Steelers, Mason Rudolph, signs a 1-year deal worth $3.62 million with the Titans. Now, has Justin Jefferson confirmed with the Bengals?
not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
I don't think so.
All right, so we're not gonna start rumors on that one, but overall, I think the Commanders have done extremely well.
Yeah, I think the Commanders have done the best. I mean, I just like I'm not worried about the quarterback thing because we know Mariota's not starting.
And if they don't draft another quarterback, Sam Howell will probably be the starter, and
Yeah,
Mariota can help him be more of the scrambling quarterback that Howell needs to be.
yeah,
And like Mariota is good on the headset. He was great with the headset for Tannehill in Tennessee. So, like, I like the moves the Commanders have made. I think getting Frankie actually helped out a lot. So Frankie and Bobby being in the linebacking position, that's scary.
yeah,
I think the Commanders can be top potential.
yeah.
Like they won't win the division, but I think they can strongly get second place.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. I think like right now the way it looks is the Redskins. I think got the leadership they needed because they're gonna have a lot of experience and then they're gonna have a lot of young guys,
Yeah.
and that's what you want to build a team around. So
And full disclosure, my dad, man, Commanders, not Redskins.
no.
Sorry, Dad, you just said Redskins.
Okay, well, my old age.
And,
Poor Dallas and Washington rivalry. I'm sorry. But
I think, and of course, Jimmy Garoppolo and Hunter Renfro have been released by the Raiders. I think the Raiders are full on Aiden Connell now, which is good. He was phenomenal when he replaced Garoppolo, which is good for the Raiders franchise, so I'm not worried about that. Niners haven't made a lot of moves. The only move really that's really happened is Deebo Samuel changed his jersey number to number 1. So yeah, yeah, that's literally the biggest news of the Niners apparently. I really wish the Cowboys just re-signed Tony. Tony really didn't do monstrous numbers last year, but he still was effective when he needed to be.
yeah,
So if they go for a young back, they better get that back in the first round.
yeah,
The Bills have lost a lot of people due to their cap space. Josh Allen restructured his contract to open up cap space, and they opened up $16.75 million just so they can get some pieces. But it's just Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs right now on that offense, and a lot of their defense went a lot of places, and especially also their protection. I mean, their center went to. Who did I say? Mitch went to where again?
he went to.
This is why we write stuff down, ladies and gentlemen. Went to the Jaguars. So so as of right now, I am deadly afraid of the Vikings being last place in that division. I think the Bears are going to kill them. The Lions are definitely going to kill them, and the Packers strengthened their dang defense, and they got a running back, but between Aaron Jones and Josh Jacobs, I would have kept Aaron Jones. No disrespect to Josh. Josh had a great year 2 years ago. He was still effective last year, but Aaron is the modern day LaDainian Tomlinson, and where he can catch, he can run when he needs to be, he can get up through the gap, and he is physical for being a small guy. Jacobs is a power back, but power can only get you so far, where Jones got more yards per carry. So Jones being with the Vikings is good, except for the quarterback situation. So if the Vikings are smart, they'll get a quarterback, and they're probably going to get Drake May. So yeah.
So, you got anything else?
I know I won't be on your channel for the next few weeks due to my new work schedule.
Oh yeah.
We will not announce why I'll be gone for the next few weeks, but March Madness is coming around the corner. Basketball season is winding down, and after the performance I saw last night by the Lakers, Lord have mercy, that they need to do something. Um, and I know that the next time we'll talk about, we're gonna do a top five for the first time in a while on best wrestler transitions. So what we mean by this is basically personas or characters that changed for like the betterment of the career, or basically that led to a great memorable legacy. So like easy transitions to think of, like Crow Sting era, where he transitions from being Surfer Sting to the Crow. Undertaker being the actual dead man to the big evil American badass, so on and so forth. Um, can even do, if you really want to talk about like Razor Ramon to actual Scott Hall or NWO, or even from Red, White, Blue Hulk Hogan to Hollywood Hogan. We're talking about like transitions like that. So top five is what we'll do on that. I think it'll be interesting, and like some of those, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be on our list anyway that I've mentioned. So I think it'll be a great top five list. I don't think no one has actually done a top five list like that before.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting what we come up with. I already know which ones I'm going to start off with. But there's got to be a project on my end that I cannot wait to share, and that actually doesn't know about it yet. So I cannot wait to actually share that on the channel or even on my TikTok. So
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Can't wait for that. We'll definitely do that. And then, of course, we got the baseball season starting soon, so we'll have to do our
oh yeah, our preseason pick.
preseason baseball winners, losers, and stuff. It's gonna be interesting.
Spencer Strider killing it right now.
Yeah. So look on to that, and we'll be talking to you guys later. You got anything else?
Not.
All right. This is Card Guy Chris Ellis,
With Collectible Chris.
and we will see you when we see you next. Have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Bye.